Today, I want to give you guys a story in three parts on what I think is about to happen with Tesla stock and where we go from here. Now, let me preface this by saying I am a long-term Tesla shareholder, definitely bullish long-term, but I think it's going to get ugly in the next few months here. And I'm going to explain to you guys why. And we're mainly going to look at some technicals and some news stories here about what I think is about that are showing us, I think, what's about to happen because it's happened two plus times, maybe three, just in the last year. Same exact pattern just keeps playing out based on a few of these factors. But, I will say that I think that fundamentals determine what stocks you should buy. Technicals definitely can help you determine when to buy and when you should be selling. So, my approach, I'd say, is probably like 80% fundamentals based. That's how I pick these companies I invest in. It's how I picked Tesla. That's why I've been invested in the company since 2019, and I held it through two stock splits. And it's also why I, do factor in technicals for when it comes to entry and exits here. So I want to start off with a quick news story. If I just share my screen here. So we just got news today that, you guys see that? Yeah, should be sharing here. We just got news. Sawyer Mara posted this article research report from Adam Jonas, big Tesla bull, about how Tesla Energy is worth more than Tesla Auto. And I just thought the timing on this was interesting because Tesla stock has run up quite a lot recently. If we look at the stock chart here, you see that Tesla stock has gone up quite a lot very quickly. I mean, this is basically a straight line rocket ship, SpaceX rocket straight up. The last 10 days hasn't had one red day. Today might have been a red day. We'll see. No, today was a green day. It closed green, although it is slowing down, it seems like. But Mr. Jonas just came out with this story July 10, 268 Tesla stock is at. He didn't come out with the story when Tesla was down at 180 for, 8 months. All of a sudden, Tesla's at an all-time high, and Tesla Energy is going to be worth more than Tesla Auto. Now, again, let me just say, I am bullish on Tesla long-term. You could argue nobody is more bullish than me on the company long-term. Okay. You know, but I do think I'm starting to notice a pattern here of what's going on. So we'll look at a little bit of this report, and then I'm going to show you guys why Adam Jonas may be the best Tesla indicator that exists on what you should be doing. So Tesla Energy going to be worth more than Tesla Auto. It talks about Gen AI is catalyzing a multi-generational increase in energy demand that, combined with the 2xB and 2Q storage deployments, has driven increased interest in Tesla Energy. So yes, Tesla Energy was a bright spot and otherwise not great, report. I mean, I think Tesla, the company, is doing fine. It's just macro, challenging time here we're in. But Tesla Energy is a very small part of Tesla's overall revenue. And sure, it's growing very fast. So is Tesla Auto. It's not going to grow super fast forever. I do think long-term Tesla Energy can be, an awesome, huge part of Tesla's business. I mean, it already is doing a lot of great stuff. But I'm just a little weary. I just don't know that all this is going to happen as fast as people think. I think you're already seeing, the Gen AI hype kind of start to subside and die down. And maybe instead of, everyone is going to be using this, it's more so kids are going to use it when school is in session to cheat on their papers. And, obviously I know a lot of people at work use it. I use it. It is very helpful. I get that Gen AI can make tasks that used to take hours or longer. It's enhanced productivity. It's a productivity enhancer. But it seems like media sentiment is changing, and really we've had these things forever. Sure, ChatGPT is incredible. These LLMs are incredible, but it's really not anything new. They've gotten a lot better, but I think people think that, super intelligence or real world artificial intelligence, something that's actually thinking for itself, is like right around the corner. I think it's going to be a very long time before we see that. And I could kind of see AI start to, the expectations start to become a little more realistic. I mean, you've got big tech spending $60 billion on NVIDIA to make $3 billion in revenue. those numbers are not sustainable. And I just don't see a major inflection point coming. Again, I think it's great. It's got a lot of potential, but I think long term, I think short term, it's gotten a little overdone. So Adam Jonas thinks that, you know, because of Gen AI, because of Tesla's energy fast growth, that it's going to become worth more than Tesla Auto here. And it goes on and on. Okay. So that just happened July 10, today. Let's look at two other examples here. Back in, let's see, which one do I want to do first? June 2023. This one was first, I guess, about last summer. It's also interesting how, this seems to keep repeating around the same time of the year, too. Tesla Supercharger Network, potentially worth $100 billion, according to analysts. This was back in June of 2023, so a little over a year ago, when the whole NACS connectors were becoming the standard, and Tesla stock was flying. So Jonas basically was arguing that the Supercharger Network itself could be worth up to $100 billion of Tesla's market cap. Cool. Just remember these dates, guys. July 10, today. We've got June 2023. And the third one I want to talk about is back in September of 2023, Tesla jumps as analysts predict $600 billion value boost from Dojo. Tesla rallied after Morgan Stanley said its Dojo supercomputer could power a near $600 billion surge in the electric car maker's market value by helping speed up its foray into robotaxis and software services. Dojo went from being this hype thing that was going to change everything quickly to, in recent times, Elon Musk has talked about it on calls as if it's just a small percentage chance of success, moonshot. And we really haven't heard any updates with Dojo. Nothing like huge, like they was talking about here. That's going to be a $600 billion, value boost. All right. So there's three examples. Remember the dates. Let's pull up the Tesla stock chart here. All right. So wouldn't you know, here we are, July 10 today. Tesla stock is at its, pretty much its high here for the year. It's also the level it seems to keep getting to and not getting past. And Adam Jonas has just come out and said that Tesla Energy, it could be worth more than Tesla Auto. Where was this idea back, the last 6 months when Tesla was under $200 a share? Basically the entire year, besides, January, it was doing pretty good, but it was starting to fall already in January. Tesla gets to its all-time high, and all of a sudden, Tesla Energy can be worth more than Tesla Auto. Okay. July 10, 2024. Let's look at what those other dates were. Is there a pattern here? September 12th, 2023. That's when all the hype about Dojo was happening. Tesla stock was pretty much at its high, $278. And it took a little while, but, a month later, the stock was crashing. It was back below 200. Surely this cannot have happened 3 times, because when Adam Jonas brought up how Tesla Supercharging Network would be worth $100 billion, that can't have been a stock's high. That was back in mid-June 2023. June 18, 2023. Tesla stock was at $278 or so. And it hung around for a little bit, but by July, 1 month later, the stock was tanking again. Isn't it interesting that these reports are always coming out at the peaks of Tesla stock price? Isn't that interesting? So, of course, probably nothing to see here. This is probably purely coincidental. Morgan Stanley just happens to always hype Tesla stock at its peaks. Maybe in general, these analysts always hype stocks at their peaks, not at their lows, because they've already got their positions, I'm sure. Surely we cannot read into this too much, but I will say I'm definitely not buying any Tesla shares here. And, at this rate, I'm going to have to see what I want to do. I might even have to sell a little bit, because I've been there. I've been on the other side of this, been doing this for a little while now. And I've definitely been there where you fall for the hype, you buy at the top, and then you're bag holding the stock as it craters and it doesn't recover for a year or more sometimes. So again, this is nothing against Tesla long term. I love the company. It's my top holding. I do think they're going to do great. And maybe Tesla Energy could really take off, but it is definitely not going to become bigger than Auto anytime soon, if ever. And I think this is just the way these things play out. You get all the hype when we're pretty close to the top. So could Tesla keep running? Sure. Anything could happen short term, but if I had to bet, I would imagine it cools off sometime in the next couple months. We still have the robo taxi unveil coming and earnings in a couple weeks. So I'm sure the hype will continue until then, but Robotaxi could be a sell the news event. We'll have to see. All I know is I'm being extremely cautious right now, and you may want to think about it too, just because it's very interesting that these reports are always coming out when Tesla stock reaches its highs and not when they're at the lows. So if you enjoyed the video, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm making stuff up here. What do you think? Would love to hear from you guys. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. This is Vinny from the Investment Club. See you guys next time.